My task today on the milling machine is to make the actual sprocket. I've made the tools, the fly cutter here with the bit, the cutter at the end, which fits in to the corresponding hole. I'll be pulling out each one of these, rotating the piece of metal and doing next one, next one, next one, all the way around. But what I need to do first, before I can use my fly cutter, is to make one more tool, and that will be a shaft which will hold this so that we can rotate this piece of metal for each cut. So I went down to the local gizmo store and I bought this steel shaft. It's a solid steel shaft, 1¼ inches. It has a little hole there and it's been hollowed out there. I'll be taking about 4 inches off the end. I'll be cutting this steel shaft straight through, and then after I do that I will be decreasing the width of the end piece so that I can fit one of my holders in there for the shaft of my milling machine, because you can see right now it's about I'd say about 1/8 of an inch too thick. So I'll be taking that off, and then after this steel shaft is cut approximately here, I will be tapping 4 threaded holes which will correspond to the sprockets holes, and then one bigger one in the center which I'll be putting a nut in there to hold that center. In fact, I might not need to do that. I might bypass that. I think these 4 screws will be strong enough to hold this as I go through the cutting process with my fly cutter. If not, I can always change that later. And this is my aluminum stock that I will be using. This will be my gears, and after I do that, in order to save aluminum, instead of starting with a much thicker piece and cutting this out and then this piece, I'm going to be attaching these little pieces here to the flat plate like this, and I have the same functionality, but I'll be using half the aluminum for each one of the sprockets.